And I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to make a couple of tabs out of this, no, not this. If you've ever seen a Japanese maple tree, they are beautiful. They're about 6 or 7 feet tall when mature, and they give you a wide range of colors through the year. They're just a great tree to have. The only problem with Japanese maples is if you're in a hot climate like where I am in Sacramento, California, they have to be planted under a shade tree because direct sunlight will burn them up in the summer. One of the issues that happens is sometimes the shade tree needs to be taken down for some reason, and then the Japanese maple is left exposed. In that case, you need to build a shade structure. That's today's project. The client initially approached me with an idea for a rectangular structure that hung off the side of a pole. But since it's a Japanese maple and fans are really popular in Japan, I countered with a design concept for a giant fan that hangs off the side of the pole. The client was thrilled with the idea, so that's what we're going to build. The client asked that the upright pole be a piece of 4-inch square tubing. Now this is 4.5-inch square tubing, and the wall thickness is such that it fits perfectly right over 4-inch square tubing. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to attach the fan onto a couple of pivot points off this side, and then we're going to attach the support trusses up here on the top. Now I'm going to split this so the fan can be adjusted up and down. We'll begin by drilling 4 holes for the 1/2-inch diameter jam bolts that will be attached to this. Okay, so we have the holes for where our jam bolts are going to go, and what I've done here is I've left this tubing intact. That way the top struts can only come down this low, because if they got too low it might allow the structure to collapse, and that would suck. So this is good. We'll weld some nuts on, and this part of the job will be done. Next thing we'll do is we'll break out the tubing roller and roll the arc of the fan. The arc of the fan is going to be a 72-inch radius, and off camera there's a heavy block of metal, and we'll just come along here with a Sharpie and mark our 72-inch radius on the floor. The Sharpie didn't like the floor too much, but I can see it. Just those 2 passes through have almost reached the 72-inch radius. One more very slight pass will do it. Alright, well there it is laid out on the floor. Now I told the client that I was going to deviate from the CAD model a little bit. It was supposed to have been 108 inches wide. This is 112. I think we're doing okay though. The changes I made are to improve its structural integrity. Okay, well I think it's going to be a little flexier than I'm comfortable with, so I'm going to add a center strut to it. That'll give it a little more rigidity, because it can get pretty windy out there where this is going to go. This is 1/2-inch flat bar, and I know most people don't have a machine like this because, well, I didn't have a machine like this until a month ago, but now that I do, I get to use it. So this is a forming roll, a lot like the other one, but this one is made to do the flat bar on its edge. So let's go ahead and run this also. So what this flat bar is going to do is sandwich the shade cloth in between the frame that we already built and now this what soon will be curved sandwich bar. Now this thing may be slow, but it is powerful. there it is, a pretty good match, but I'm going to drill a pilot hole and run a sheet metal screw in there, and then go along and do that all across the length of it. Now I'm going to come along with my divider and mark a line every foot. Something I've done to index these is I put a center punch mark on the band and another one on the frame, and then 2 on the band and 2 on the frame over here, just to make sure you get the right piece in the right place. Now the fan is done, we need to find a way to attach it to the sliding pole mount. And what I'm going to do is just take this 3/16 flat bar and weld it right on there. Make a couple of tabs with holes in them. Here's what I've come up with. These 2 tabs will be mounted onto the sliding pole mount, and this arrangement here will be welded together and welded onto the back end of the fan. Now we have a little bit of an alignment issue going on out there because the point of origin of the angle of the fan frame is a foot farther out from the point of origin of this. And the way we're going to address that is we're going to just put a bend in it here. That little bit is about all we need. We'll just weld these brackets on up here and drill a couple of holes out there. This thing's ready to go. Okay, so here it is fully assembled. Well, that came together without a hitch. That is my exact concept, and I'm certain that the client is going to be very happy with it. He's liked all the progress I've shown on Instagram so far. Now I need to load it up and take it out there where the client will plant the 18-foot tall pole that it's going on and then assemble it in place and attach the shade cloth to it. And if you want to see the results of that endeavor, find me on Instagram because I'll be posting it as soon as I get word that it's been completed. My name there is Wildman.Tech. So that's all for this week. Thanks for stopping in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click up here to see my last video. Click over here to see something of mine that YouTube thinks you'll like. And have a good one.